Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today, all right, so the scene starts us here walking into this pretty high-tech classroom of sorts with a ton of information on the wall. So you can see on the left-hand side, it says the Doomsday Heist setup. Nearly the entire map is red, which is probably not a good thing. And in the center, you can see it looks like the mission is the data breaches. Now, that text is a little tough to read, but to the right of that, we can see a brand new attack helicopter. This thing looks absolutely menacing. So I'll be doing a separate video on the vehicles alone, but I'm pretty sure that's an RAH-66 Comanche. So that is going to be really, really cool. Now, to the right of that, you can see more photos. Apparently, this is taking place at that news facility on the east coast of the map. And it also looks like there's another car that's parked in that parking lot. Pretty interesting, too. Now, I'm going to call this next guy Agent 14 2.0 because he seems to be the one that is leading us on this. I'm not sure what his position is. I'm assuming we'll get to in a little bit. It looks like he's almost teaching this class, which is kind of cool. Now, moving on. We get a look at this screen. So this gives us a good idea at two of the missions. So you can see prep missions for Deluxo and Akula. So the prep for the Deluxo is fight your way through a security team to access the garage where the Deluxos are stored. So that confirms right there the Deluxo is one of the vehicles. And then prep Akula, which is infiltrate the control tower at Fort Zancudo to download the location of the Akula helicopter. So I'm assuming the Akula was that RAH that we looked at earlier, but who knows, it might be something different. Now on the right side of the map, you can see a bunch of little X's, so I'm not exactly sure what these are supposed to be for, or if those targets we're supposed to take out. I'm assuming we'll find out on the 12th when this DLC arrives. So it looks like with all the previous heist missions, this is going to be a 4-player job. Again, as you can see, Lester is going to be talking to us. He's going to be leading us through this mission here. And it looks like he is going to be kind of teaming up with the other teacher guy that's going to be teaching us as well. He's got this like weird looking controller around his neck. I'm not exactly too sure what that means, but I think the symbol on there is important, as we'll see in a little bit. And then it transfers over to the Doomsday Heist logo, which is obviously awesome. We get our first look at our characters in action here with a brand new mask and what looks to be a brand new Mark II weapon. So this looks to be a Mark II revolver with a new barrel, a new flashlight underneath, a new scope on top. So this is going to be pretty cool. Now, I'm not exactly sure where they are, but again, pretty cool stuff right there. Looks like we're going to be getting at least one new Mark II weapon. The next screen shows us North Korea, U.S. defense malware, and then IAA leaks. So I'm assuming we're going to be working for the IAA. We jump back to our 3 guys in action here with what looks like, once again, new Mark II weapons. That looks like a new Mark II bullpup rifle, as well as a new pump shotgun in Mark II form as well. So I'm pretty excited for all of this. And it also looks like they've got a marksman rifle as well that is Mark II that we've seen from the previous update. So that's going to be pretty awesome. Flashing forward a little bit, we get a nice look at one of the first new vehicles we're going to be receiving today. And I'm not sure what this is. I think it's based off of a V-22 Osprey. So this is going to be pretty cool. We have some more VTOL technology being introduced. Now, I'm not sure if this is the Akula or if the other plane is the Akula. It's almost impossible to tell the name, but this vehicle is going to be awesome. Moving on, we get a look at the inside of what I'm assuming is the VTOL ship we just looked at. Size-wise on the inside, it looks pretty similar. We can see all 4 of our characters in here. And it almost looks like this might be the new Air MOC of the sky. As you can see, our characters sitting down and operating stations, similarly to what we saw in the MOC. So we get a shot of Lester here with some stickers on his computer. The only thing that's of interest is the TM02 Canali on the back. I'm not exactly sure if that's like a vehicle or a mission code name or something like that. But anyways, moving on, we get our first look at another new vehicle. This is a missile barrage launcher. Holy smokes. So I'm pretty sure that sent out like 11 or 12 missiles. All I know is it blows up all 3 of those helicopters. That vehicle is going to be amazing. I'm not going to lie. That is so cool. And I don't think that's a new helicopter. That's the Valkyrie from the Heist update. Moving on, we get another look inside the classroom. We get another teacher lady, and Agent 14 is making a surprise visit as well. So we're getting Lester, new guy, new lady, and then Agent 14. So, man, look at all the familiar faces here. This is so cool. Moving on, we get another look at this police-style, like, 6-axle bulldozer. This is so cool. Look at this vehicle. Now, I'm imagining this is part of the mission, but it looks like it's armor plated, it's bullet resistance, it has a ram on the front. Oh, this is going to be so awesome. It's like they made the Dubsta 6x6 a giant police vehicle. Moving on, we get to see another jet. So Rockstar are adding a jet in this update. We thought that wasn't going to be the case because of Smuggler's Run. This looks like to be like a Vulcan bomber, like a British Vulcan bomber. Again, that's pretty cool. It actually drops bombs. As you can see, the cannon is opening up right now. And it also has the missiles on the inside as it's destroying this Molotov right here. And then you can see it dropping bombs, what looks to be over Mount Chiliad. So that's going to be a really epic plane. Moving on, we get some insight inside of some sort of facility here, assuming we're going to have to be acting like paramedics. I love these outfits. I hope Rockstar allows us to keep them. And then, of course, it looks like we're doing something on some sort of laptop. You can see the Mark II bullpup rifle right there in a little bit more glory. So that's going to be epic. Moving on, we get a shot of Agent 14, this new lady, and Lester, and also a vehicle in the background. Looks very similar to the Ardent, and we also get a vehicle in the background on the left-hand side, too. I'm not sure what that vehicle is. Maybe we've already seen it. Maybe that's the Osprey, it almost looks like. After that, we get another quick shot at the Mark II bullpup shotgun in action really, really quickly here with that new mask. And then, probably my favorite part of the trailer, what I've been wanting for so long, the Deluxo is here. The DeLorean, the Impante Deluxo that not only has missiles, but has the ability to fly when it reaches 88 miles per hour. Oh my God, I'm so excited for this vehicle. I don't care if this is $18 million. I'm going to pay for a flying jet. And you can see when it goes into fly mode, the lights on the back light up, which is kind of awesome. So that's the Deluxo. We get another shot at our friends in the classroom, probably debriefing, so sort of the mission that they're doing. We get another look at a really awesome, like, off-road APC tank vehicle. This looks so cool. So this looks to be able to seat a handful of players. It has a driver, a gunner, and then another guy on the back. This looks so cool. I'm not going to lie. This is an awesome looking vehicle. I can't wait to actually figure out what sort of type of vehicle this is, but that looks pretty awesome. It's kind of like a hybrid Dubsta tank APC off-roading beast. Up next, we get a shot at our command center right here that has like this circular dynamic map, and there's a bunch of things that are active. So I'm assuming these are things that we will need to like activate ourselves before we can finalize the Doomsday Heist. And I don't know what location it's centering on here. It seems to be for this next part right here. It's almost like an orbital missile that we get to launch because that's like the next sequence right there. So that is really crazy. I don't know what we're targeting right here, assuming it's like a convoy of bad guys, but that right there is pretty epic. We get another look at our Comanche right here. This vehicle is just going to be amazing. I am so excited for this. To me, it looks like it's confirmed to be a 4-seater, as we can actually see 3 people sitting in the back, but I would imagine there's room for another person. Only having a 3-seater vehicle would be a little bit awkward. And there's also liveries on here that we've seen so far, so I'm assuming we'll be able to upgrade these inside of our Smuggler's Run hangars. So Rockstar will be allowing us to utilize that. And I don't know if that writing on the back is Russian for Akula. It might be. So this might be the RF-1 Akula. I'm not sure, but either way, that is a pretty awesome helicopter. Up next, we get to take a look at the Ardent Plus. So this is like the Ardent that should have been basically an underwater Lotus. Now, I'm not sure if this is the Ardent or if it's a upgraded version of it, but they're heading towards a submarine. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to own this, or if this is going to be like an MOC that we base some of the missiles out of. I think this is where we're going to be launching a missile, because the very next scene, it shows a nuclear warhead being loaded up. Now, I'm not sure where this is. I'm not even sure if it could fit on a submarine like that. It might be somewhere different, like Mount Chiliad. We'll talk about that at the end, but you can see that missile is warming up there, getting ready to fire. We move on to our next scene right here. All 4 of our characters inside of this IAA kind of command room. I'm assuming we're going to be working for the IAA here, which is why we're in their facilities. We get another look here at the Mark II shotgun and the bullpup rifle, which looks pretty awesome. Our 2 guys look to be on a mission here. Moving on, there's another look at a futuristic tank. So we've got Dubsta 6x6s and Hunters chasing this wicked-looking futuristic tank, and it is just absorbing all of those vehicles. This thing looks menacing. It's almost like carbon fiber, and I believe I'm right. This thing is called the TM02 Canalia or something like that. As you can see the writing on the end, right as the tank disappears. So that's pretty interesting. I told you guys the circle on that guy's like remote control necklace was interesting. As you can see here, it's like this glowing pink and blue thing. Not sure what that means, but our characters are strapping into jetpacks. Unfreaking believable. This is going to be so cool. It looks like we're finally getting jetpacks, and look where the jetpacks are coming from. You can see how they're almost in an underground facility. Look where we're rising out of. The top of Mount Chiliad. What the heck? Is the Chiliad mystery finally solved? And then boom, that is the end right there as it takes us to the Doomsday Heist, which once again is coming out on December 12th. Now, really the last thing we can take a look at today is the artwork, which is kind of awesome. So in the top left, you can see the new RAH Comanche. That looks pretty awesome. The guy in the center is wearing this crazy looking mask. That guy is very creepy looking. Top right, you can see we have our characters as well in the IAA building. They're shooting inside of the IAA building. So I wonder if there's something that goes wrong in our heist mission, because none of those images or videos we saw had a, destroyed IAA interior. Bottom left, you can see that submarine with our Ardent that has missiles and aqua technology. That's pretty cool. Middle bottom has the jetpack. I mean, what can I say there? Looks incredible. And then at bottom right, the massive tank, the new TM02 tank. So that's going to be amazing. And that right there is the trailer breakdown for the Doomsday Heist. So that right there is the trailer breakdown for the